I want to do a quick video and review on a couple of the cams I've been using. The Omega Pacific Link Cam, the Black Diamond Camalot 4, and an older Metolius 4 cam. All three of these cams are great cams and they've worked well for me. First of all, I'd like to show you the Link Cam here. This is my newest purchase. The Omega Pacific Link Cam gives you an amazing range, starting out at about a number 2 size in Camalot. This is the Camalot number 2. They're both about exactly the same width on them for the crack that you'd be able to fit them in. When you start out, the cam is about one piece each lobe, but when you pull it down slowly, these lobes will eventually separate, getting smaller and smaller until you can fit it into a very small crack. The first thing you notice about these cams is that they all have a different feel to the trigger. The Metolius cam is probably the heaviest trigger pull, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. With this cam, you're able to get 3 fingers on there and your thumb, giving you good leverage and being able to actuate and cam that device. And then second, I would say that the Black Diamond comes in, very smooth action, nice solid pull throughout. And then the Link Cam, it's a very light pull right in this range, gets a little harder here, and becomes fairly stiff at the end. I think that the stronger spring load on some of these other cams here really help keep the cam in place and keep it from walking out of position. Also, the head width on these cams, if you look at the Black Diamond, they're really spread apart lobes, so it gives you a nice stable setting inside of the crack. If you look at Metolius, they're a little closer together lobes because it's a U cam and they come up on the sides here, and it doesn't give it quite as the stability. Also, if you look at the lobes, they're not very far apart. Kind of see they're all close together. With this cam here, the Black Diamond, they're separated, giving you a really nice solid placement. Also, the Omega Pacific, really nice solid placement, even all the way across. I like to focus mostly on these 2 cams here. Personally, I like the single stem designs for cams. I think that gives you the most flexibility and ease of placement. Out of these 2 cams, the Black Diamond, definitely lighter weight, very balanced in your hand. When you pick up the Link Cam, you can really feel the weight in the head. The first 2 links on here are made out of stainless steel, and then it's an aluminum here on the last part of the lobe. My personal reason I think that they do this is because when you look real close here, you can see that you have to split that lobe to attach to the other lobe, and I think that if that were aluminum, these weak points here might break, so they went ahead and made them in stainless steel and then attached on the aluminum ends there to lighten it up a little bit. But significantly heavier, you can really feel the head weight here, so when you're picking up in your hand, it's a little awkward at first because it kind of wants to drop down, but the trigger is really stable. You can get your fingers in there and it holds them in real nicely, helps you get stability. The thumb's a little precarious, but you can get on there and you can cam it pretty well. The Black Diamond, really stable. Your thumb can get in that placement. Your fingers have good hold here. Really smooth, stable, balanced cam. The weight on it's nice and lightweight. I think that's one of the reasons why the Black Diamonds have kind of become the standard in cams. Out of these 2 cams, most of what I have on my rack is going to be the Black Diamond. I think that they're the lighter weight option, very stable cam placements. Many people are using them, trust them with their lives, and so do I. The Omega Pacific, I love having a few of these on my rack. I think that it's a great purchase. I've put them in places where no other cam will go, and I think they're really good to have. An example would be a crack that opens up inside. You can barely get it in, and then once it's in there, it opens up and locks itself in place really nicely. But that's about all I really have to share about these 2 cams. Wonderful cams, both the Black Diamond and the Link Cam. Also Metolius, very stable cam. When you compare these 3, this one has probably the smallest head width, and it actually doesn't get down as small as these other 2. This one here is a little larger head width, and it actually cams down smaller than that one. And this one has the same head width as that one, and it cams down incredibly small. Well, that's all I have to share. Hopefully you enjoyed this and find it useful in buying your next cam.